UFC Vegas 98 is tomorrow night, and I am excited for this card. It's a free fight night card, but there was a lot of fun fights. Unfortunately, we did lose a fight, so we are down to 12, and I'm going to be breaking down all 12 real quick, giving my quick picks and favorite bets on this entire card. If you want my full breakdown, check that out from a couple days ago. But more importantly, check out the live stream last night. We had our newest episode of Wager Wars, the 8th episode. We had Liam Picks Fights taking on Blood Money MMA, two of my favorite in the community, and they put a ton of really good betting advice in that video. We also just hung out and have a good time. It was the longest episode I've ever done, so definitely check that out. We have timestamps in there, so don't worry if you want to skip through and some of the rambling, but there was a ton of betting knowledge in there, so check it out. Leave a like on this video, click subscribe, turn those post notifications on, and let me know in the comments what bets you have. Let's get into it, man. First fight on the card, we got Clayton Carpenter taking on Lucas Rocha. I think Clayton Carpenter gets it done. I just think he's more well-rounded. He's going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. Probably has, a good enough wrestling to get the takedowns, get on top. I don't know if he'll get the submission, and I don't see him finishing Rocha, who has been finished, but that was when he was making the cut to 115, because this guy is definitely not the biggest. And I just feel like Carpenter can get the takedowns. I don't know. I think all three paths to victory are possible, so wouldn't get cute with a path of victory if you're playing it. I don't like any of the props. I'm not really looking to bet it because I think the line's gotten a little wide at this point. So if anything, if I had to play something, it'd probably be the dog side of the money line. But I'm just gonna pass. The pick is Carpenter. I'll pick him by decision. I think it goes to decision. I considered the over or fight goes to this decision, but I'll just pass. We move on to a fight I do have a bet on. Dan Argueta taking on Cody Haddon. I bet Cody Haddon on the Dana White Contender Series. I was very confident in him against Brand. I do like this guy. He's very well-rounded. He's going to be a little bit bigger, even though Argueta did miss weight, which does scare me a little bit because you guys know I'm on Argueta here. I got him at plus 154. I think that line's still there, too. I think FanDuel still has it, but just higher competition. This is a step up for Haddon. I think Argueta can get the takedowns. The weight miss does scare me a little bit, but I think Argueta can take him down, win the first 2 rounds, and survive the third. So give me Argueta. Maybe he gets the submission, but I think it probably goes to decision. Both these guys are tough, but the weight cut does scare me. I don't blame anybody just wanting to pass because of that, but I'm on the underdog here, Argueta. We move on to the next fight. Corey McKenna taking on Julia Pilastri. I like Pilastri here, but I'm not trying to lay the chalk. I do think she has more firepower, just a better striker, probably enough takedown defense to stay on the feet. If Corey McKenna gets on top, the submission's live. I wouldn't hate. I think it's 20-1 on the submission. I wouldn't hate that, but I think Julia gets it done. I'm going to take her by decision. No bet on this one. We move on to the next one. Junior Tafa taking on Sean Sharaf. And you guys know, man, I talked about it. Look, I don't think Sharaf is that good. It's short notice. I get it, but if you're giving me plus 275 to fade Junior Tafa or either Tafa brother, no disrespect because I'm a fan of both, but I get it short notice, but this guy is getting good training in over at Extreme Couture. Seems like he's taking his career seriously. Good training partners. I get he's put a little bit of fat on, and he hasn't fought anybody, but it's just going to be a slobber knocker. The pick is Tafa by first round KO, but I honestly think this fight could go either way. So give me the underdog, plus 275 Sharaf. I can't not take a shot fading Tafa at plus 275. We move on to the next fight. Nico Price taking on Thimba Garimbo. I think Thimba gets him out of there, man. I considered the inside the distance plus 110, plus 115, but I think I'm just going to pass, man. Nico is just a hard guy to cap. I didn't think he was going to beat Morono, but then again, Morono hasn't been looking great lately either. I think Thimba probably gets him out of there. I don't hate that inside the distance line, but I'm going to lay off of it. Liam brought that up, and I considered it, but I think I'm just going to lay off that. The pick is Thimba, though. I'll pick him by knockout, even though he's more of a submission guy, but we'll move on to the next one. Jonathan Pierce taking on Pat Sabatini. And I told you guys I had a slight lean Jonathan Pierce, but I knew the line was off, and I thought this could go either way, and I'm going to switch the pick, man. I don't even remember the last time I switched a pick on here, but I told you guys the line shouldn't have been like that. It is what it is at this point. I just feel like Sabatini plus 160, man. Like, this fight's probably ending inside the distance. Maybe Pierce can keep it on the feet and then, win a volume-based decision, but overall, I think he either knocks Sabatini out, even though he's not the biggest power puncher, or Sabatini gets the submission. And I'm going to lean Sabatini getting that submission or taking him down for the first 2 rounds and winning. It is close fight, but I like that plus 160 line on Sabatini. I think he is going to have a wrestling and jiu-jitsu advantage here, and I think he can utilize it and get back on track. Can't give him too much crap for Diego Lopez. Even Damon Jackson, people act like Damon's not a dog, man. Like, I actually think he's pretty good, and I think he gets it done, man, Sabatini. So we'll move on to the next fight. Oh, I also did play fight doesn't go to decision, plus 115. And then I took him on the money line as well. Moving on, we got CJ Vergara taking on Ramazan Tamirov. I think Tamirov wins. I just think Vergara's tough, man. And, I don't know if he's going to get him out of there. So what I did was I parlayed fight goes to decision at minus 160. I parlayed it with something a little bit later on the card. I didn't want to have that much ownership on it because Tamirov does have power in his hands. But Vergara's tough, man. He's very durable. And I think if Vergara pulls out the upset, it'll be by decision too. So give me Tamirov by decision. And I just parlayed up that fight goes decision minus 160. Moving on, the second leg of that parlay. I'm going to put some faith in D-Rod. I know he's on a 3-fight losing streak, but I just have not liked how Morono's looked. I mean, Court McGee win. The Buckley loss was his best performance recently. I mean, he just hasn't been looking good. I mean, he was looking good in the Santiago fight until he got clipped. It's just the durability, the cardio. He's getting tired. He's smaller than D-Rod. I don't think he's got the wrestling. I don't think he'll wrestle, period. He just typically doesn't. So on the feet, I just think D-Rod's bigger, faster, better striker, more power. Give me D-Rod, and I think he's more durable. Even though, both haven't been looking great. I parlayed D-Rod minus 210 with Vergara goes to decision. That got me plus 140. We move on to the next one. Biggest favorite on the card, Grant Dawson taking on Rafa Garcia. I was tempted to take a dog shot here, man. Grant Dawson minus 440 is just disgusting. I like the guy. I think he's pretty good. I just don't think he should be this big of a favorite. I think we've seen that already. Rafa's not a big knockout artist. That's the only reason I'm probably going to lay off, because he wants to more so use his own grappling, and I just don't think he does that here. So the pick is Dawson decision, because Garcia is tough. Maybe he can get the back and rear naked choke him, but I think it goes to decision, and I'm just going to pass on this fight. Moving on, we got Chidi Njokuani taking on Jared Gooden. You guys know I'm on the underdog here, plus 160, Gooden. He did miss weight, which, of course, 2 of my bets had to miss weight, but I still think I'm feeling pretty confident still, man. I mean, I think he can win a volume-based decision. He could knock Chidi out. If he really wanted to wrestle, I don't think he will, but if he did, I think he could take Chidi down. Chidi's dangerous, man. He could clip him, knock him out, but I like Jared. I think he gets it done. I think he should be the slight favorite. Give me Jared Gooden. I'm tempted between the knockout and the decision. Like, I don't know. It could go either way, but I think I'll pick him overall to get the KO, but it could go to decision. Co-main event, Brad Tavares, Jung Young Park. I think Park wins. I just can't be confident. Brad Tavares, good takedown defense, typically durable. Hasn't been looking as durable lately, but, that is some tough competition. So maybe he can, go 15, and if he does, he'll probably, it could be close. So I'm not trying to lay the chalk, but I think Park gets it done. No bet on this one. Main event, you guys know I'm on Brandon Royval. I'm on the underdog, plus 275. I told you guys I was going to wait and see. It was at plus 250. I said if I could get any better, I wanted plus 300, but when I saw plus 275, I had to just jump. I think it's still like plus 265 right now. Maybe it'll jump up last minute, but I just didn't want to risk it. Give me Brandon Royval on the money line, plus 275. It's a 5-round fight. He's been fighting the absolute best in the division. Taira, I think, is good. I think he is the future of the division, or one of them. I just don't know if that time's yet, and I'm willing to bet against it at plus 275. I'm willing to find out. I'm willing to go off what I've seen. I've seen Taira get tired. I don't think his wrestling's amazing. Big step up in competition. Royval's been fighting the absolute best. I just think, it should be closer. And I if anything, I think Royval like minus 120, man. I do. So I'm picking Royval straight up, and I'm betting him as well. So I have 4 underdogs on this card. We'll see how it all pans out. The bets, one more time. I got Royval plus 275. I got Gooden plus 160. I got Argueta plus 154. I got Sharaf plus 275. Sabatini plus 160. Pierce versus Sabatini, no decision, plus 115. And the parlay with D-Rod minus 210, parlayed with Vergara fight, goes the decision, minus 160. That got me plus 140. Those are all my bets. Leave a like on the video, click subscribe, turn those post notifications on. Let me know in the comments the bets you got. Check out that episode of Wager Wars from last night. Go to my live tab, check it out, timestamps in there. Good luck on the fights. Make some money. I'll catch you later. Peace.